we're here today at Sugarland Animal Hospital with Barbara and her special friend Patch. He's a American Bobcat.
Cross.
Cross.
Yes, his mummy used to mix with a lot of the local ferals in the swamps of northern Louisiana.
Yes, so tell us about where he's come from, Barbara.
Well, I was teaching horse riding in Louisiana, and I was there looking at a horse to sale for somebody, and the mother of this cat came out. She had 3 kittens. 2 were spotted bobcats, one with a tail, one without, and one exactly like her. And he was 8 days old, and I said I would love to take him. She said, "Do you know how to raise a cat from that age?" I said, "Yes, fine." So he was bottle fed, and he had a lot of bobcat traits. He howls, and he fights with the back legs. If the dog goes to attack him, he carrots them in the throat with the back feet, and then turns around and then takes their face off.
What does he do to vets?
He has taken an arm off of a vet who was trying to put a needle in, and that was because he had a vet in Los Angeles who put a microchip in and caused a lot of pain, which has caused us all a lot of pain ever since. He also drowned in a vat of wine and got CO2 poisoning whilst I was at a winery, but came back to life. He also fell 30 feet out of a tree and tore a tendon in the back leg and refused to have the needle for an x-ray, so I had to lay on the x-ray table with him with the vest on to get the x-ray done. So I really wish a lot of luck to our dear folks here who are going to try and give him the once-over check-over.
Well, he's been having a little bit of trouble for the past year. Yes, tell us about that.
He started with not being able to use the bowels, and I would give him the normal cat laxative, and it was working for a while, and then it got where it would be 2 or 3 days and he couldn't go. And I was, as a motorhomer, was in the middle of nowhere, so I did happen to have a small enema there, so I gave him an enema which he sort of went bog-eyed, but he still put up with it, and he managed to clear himself. And I went to a vet when I got to Tweed Heads, and he's been on like an Actilax, Dupalac type juice, 2.5 mils per day, and also normal cat laxative, and also subsidised with vitamins because of the use of the laxatives. And he's been managed that way for a year. But he's got now where if you go to pick him up, he kind of does a ow, like there's a bit of a tummy problem. So I was hoping it wasn't a cancer in the bowel. Also too, the CO2 poisoning does a lot of damage to major organs, so you don't know down the line just whatever is being worn out. So it's just a good thing to have him thoroughly checked out and just see if the regime that we're using is going to go on for a little bit longer.
Barbara's going away in October for a while, so we'd like to make sure that our little friend Patch is up to scratch and will be okay while you're away.
Yes, that's the main thing. Like, if he deteriorated, I wouldn't want that responsibility left on my poor son. So I want to just make sure that we're doing everything we can do at this point, so that when I go in 2 months, that I know that it's more or less in control, as best as.
Beautiful. What we're planning to do today with Patch, if we come here and have a look, Patchy has a little tumour-like growth next to his eye, and he also happens to have a bit of periodontal disease, plaque, and tartar. He's been very well behaved for me today, but we're seeing a tiny bit of gingivitis and plaque building up on those teeth, which may affect his eating habits and his pain management. Also, we're a little bit worried about what is going on in Patch to make him so constipated. It can't be fun. So today we've got a plan. We're going to be...
And also we have a little bit of a chipped bone, we think, in a front leg.
That's right, we can't forget the sore leg.
Yeah.
He's got a bit of a...
Because he's so heavy, he can't jump from this height to a hard floor without it causing problems. And I was away at the time overseas, and it was at my other son's house, who's not very cat savvy, and let him jump high from a table, and he got ouchy, and then every now and again he would limp and it would go away, and I could feel like a little chip, a bone chip. which is there, which needs also to be x-rayed and checked on to see whether we can help that or not.
Yeah, so a couple of x-rays today, and we're going to check those teeth out, and we're going to take a little bit of plastic surgery, and we're going to manage him very carefully because he's a very special case.
See, well, I lived in Los Angeles for 8 years. I'm used to plastic surgery.
Well, hopefully he is too. Yeah, thank you, Barbara.
You're welcome.
We'll call you with his progress.
Okay, thank you very much.
We're just gassing down our little Patchy now. I would prefer him to be quite relaxed during the whole procedure, so we want to make sure that he has a very safe and gentle anaesthetic. He is a little bit elderly. We're going to put some fluids in him, take his blood and make sure that his organs are working fine. I'm just going to take some blood. Put a tube down his throat to make sure we maintain an airway at all times. Local anaesthetic. Just positioning Patch for an x-ray. We're going to x-ray his abdomen to see why he's constipated. Just going to develop this x-ray digitally and work out what's going on in Patch's stomach. We're cleaning and scaling Patch's teeth now and trying to get his tartar off those teeth. Use an ultrasonic scaler to try and remove the excess plaque and tartar. Hello mate, welcome late.